Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to is, of course, the first set of footage of this movie in the form of a teaser trailer that'll allow fans around the world to get an overall idea of the tone of the film and exactly what direction J.J. Abrams plans to bring the audience into for the final installment of this current trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. Now, one of which has all to do with some of the shot descriptions of the upcoming teaser trailer of Star Wars Episode 9. Specifically, shot descriptions consisting of Rey wielding an ignited blue lightsaber charging toward a pair of red stormtroopers firing blasters at her. It's described to take place on a rocky world with canyons in the background. Another goes over Rey using the Force Push ability at the troopers as they fly into the distance. It's said to be a quick glimpse of Rey's power in the film by JJ. Another goes over Kylo Ren walking down a ramp of his new shuttle in the film while he holds an ignited lightsaber. It said his knights are stepping out of the ship behind him. It said the music that goes along with the sequence is very dark and said to be a snippet of the new theme for the Knights of Ren in Episode 9. The next goes over Richard E. Grant's character in a black outfit walking across a catwalk with other First Order officers following in his path. The last goes over General Leia Organa with her head down, as if she is crying and looking up after dialogue of Kylo is said to be heard in the trailer. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this that are really getting me very interested in this movie. Now, first things first, I want to go over Rey and, of course, the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber reforged. Now, in case you guys did not know this, J.J. Abrams is bringing back Anakin and Luke's lightsaber in a different way in Episode 9. So in this particular sequence, taking place on the rocky world with a lot of canyons in the background, in which Rey goes up against, of course, a couple of red stormtroopers, using the Force Push ability as well as using her lightsaber against some of the blaster fire. Now, these red stormtroopers we heard before in the past are actually dubbed as the Sith Troopers. Now, we're not quite sure if that's a code name for these new troopers making their appearances in Episode 9, or if that's what they're actually going to be called in the final cut of the movie. Now, regardless, Sith Troopers, they sound amazing. The way that they are actually being described, how they are these red stormtroopers with bulky armor, it sounds like that JJ is really trying to create a new order for the character of Kylo Ren, new tiers of troopers, new weapons, new super weapons, if you will, as well as new starfighter designs, such as new TIE fighters in this movie. Now, moving past all of that, alright, this brings us to the sequence involving Kylo Ren and why I'm getting these callbacks to The Force Awakens on Jakku. So, one of the sequences in the teaser involves, of course, Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren walking down a ramp of his new shuttle, and the music that goes along with it is described to be a snippet, a little glimpse to the new theme for the Knights of Ren in, of course, Star Wars Episode 9. So, the thing here is this, we do know that this movie is really going to deliver when it comes to the Knights of Ren. They're going to be very prominent in this film. Very significant in, of course, the first, second, and even third acts of Episode 9. So Kylo Ren walking down the ramp of his shuttle on whatever world this really is while his lightsaber is ignited, it somewhat reminds me of what we already got in the very beginning of The Force Awakens when his shuttle lands on Jakku, the ramp unfolds, and he's walking down it as he makes his first appearance on screen, and we hear that music going along. So it's kind of like that. That's exactly how I'm trying to basically imagine it right now in my head. Now the next one, alright? We haven't heard too much about Richard E. Grant. Now, Richard E. Grant actually has a sequence in which he is leading a whole entire order, alright, a whole entire line of First Order officers following in his path on top of a catwalk. Now, I believe that this is going to be based within either A, a new Star Destroyer, or B, the First Order headquarters that takes place on a mysterious world in this movie. So Richard E. Grant, I don't know if you guys saw the leaked photograph not too long ago, about a week or so ago almost, we actually saw that he's actually going to be a First Order officer of some kind. It's often described that he's going to be more around the lines of a Tarkin figure in this movie, and that both Richard E. Grant's character and Hux are actually going to be considered rivals in this movie and have a deep past within each other. Now, the last one that I do want to go over that really does point towards a reunion between both mother and son, in my opinion, is the sequence in which we have a shot of Carrie Fisher as General Leia Organa looking down at something appearing to be crying, where her head eventually lifts up as we hear dialogue of Kylo Ren. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if they can get these two together on the same exact screen, I don't think they'll do it in the teaser. They're obviously going to hint at it and give us some misdirection pieces in the teaser of Episode 9. But I believe what's really going on here, and as to why Leia's head is looking up towards something, and how we have Kylo Ren dialogue going over the sequence as she is crying, it sounds to me like it's going to be a reunion between both mother and son, between both Ben Solo and General Leia Organa. I mean, how heartwarming would that really be on the big screen, right? Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.